Is everybody set?
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good evening. Thank you, everybody, for responding here today. We appreciate your support and your concerns. Sheriff Berry will have a brief statement about the situation. Thank you.
Good evening. About 3:30 p.m. this evening, Charles County Sheriff's Office responded to the Pinefield community in reference to a wanted individual, and we received information from a family member that that individual was having mental health episodes. Officers from the Charles County Sheriff's Office responded to the scene, made contact with the family members. They let us into the residence and proceeded to go to the room where the individual was located. The officers got to the upstairs area of the home and was immediately fired upon by the individual in the residence. Two officers were struck multiple times, and they were able to retreat. They were able to be assisted with medical personnel, and they were transported to an area hospital. Their injuries at this time do not appear to be life-threatening, but we're still in communication with the hospitals at this time. So currently what we have, it is a barricade situation. The individual is inside the house. We have our emergency response team on the scene along with our negotiators. We haven't had any dialogue with the individual at this time, and again, this situation is very fast and fluid at this time.
Were the officers able to return fire?
We do not know. They may have. We have no indication at this time, but we have to explore all possibilities that they may have been returned fire, but we do not know for certain.
Have you been in touch with those family members who initially led officers into the home?
We received a call by a family member to respond here for this particular situation.
Since then, do you believe that they're still in the home with him, or have they gotten out?
From all indications, we were able to evacuate everyone out of their home at this time.
Were you able to tell us what the warrant was for?
Don't know at this time. Again, it's a fluid situation, and we'll have more information in a little bit.
Anything you can tell us about these two officers?
No, nothing at this time. Nothing at this time.
Does Charles County have anything in when you're called for somebody that's being described as having mental issues? Was there anybody else on scene with officers, or are these officers particularly trained for that kind of response?
Our officers are trained for a critical incident team, which can deal with individuals' mental health. The officers used due caution, and those individuals were responding to the scene. So they did not rush in the house. They took the necessary precautions, but unfortunately, they had to go in the home to engage the individual, and at that time, they were ambushed.
I have to think, as a sheriff, you never, ever want to get that call that two of your officers have been shot.
This is a very difficult time for the Sheriff's Office, very difficult time for this community. So what I can ask from the community members in the metropolitan area, please keep our officers and our agency in your thoughts and prayers.
So the suspect is still inside the home.
That's what we believe at this time.
And you said with the mental health episode, has this been something that happened in the past? How many times have you responded to this home?
I don't have any, that information is forthcoming. I don't have all the details at this time.
Just to clarify, this person was wanted, but did they respond to serve a warrant, or did they respond because they were called because he was having mental health issues?
We received a call from a family member that the individual in the house was wanted, had an outstanding warrant, and they were experiencing mental health episodes, and they wanted them removed from the home. That's why we responded to this location.
And do you know if the warrant is for Charles County, or is it for somewhere else, or do you know?
That information, we'll provide that information at a later time.
Are you able to identify the suspect at this time?
No, ma'am.
Do you have reason to believe that he is alive?
All indications at this time that we believe that he's alive.
Even though you haven't been able to make contact with him, there's additional evidence that he is in there right now. And
We believe that he's alive at this time. We are taking the necessary precautions. Again, it's an active barricade situation. Our officers are attempting to make contact with the individual inside the residence. Again, thank you very much for being here, and we'll definitely update you in a few moments.
Do the officers wear any body cameras?
No, we don't have any body cameras. We have cameras in our vehicles, but we do not have body cameras at this time. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.